8 a.m. New York Stock Exchange. It's a cold, breezy day on Wall Street as markets await the Federal Reserve's announcement for QE4. Futures are up significantly. The Dow Jones just breached its 2008 high of 14,164. Gold just hit an all-time high of 2,900. Silver just breached $100 per ounce. The dollar index is holding at 53. With official unemployment at 16.3%, there is a nervous feeling on Wall Street that if this doesn't work, the world could implode into a depression that will last for the remainder of the decade.
Hi, my name is Gary Franchi, and I have a very special announcement for you, but I need you to pay attention. Based on countless TV interviews I've conducted with economists, forecasters, and experts, we figured out that the global financial collapse is about to happen. We're trying to get as many people prepared as we possibly can before it all hits the fan. There are people who are going to lose absolutely everything in this because they did not get a chance to see this video, or they didn't watch this video all the way to the end. So what I want you to do right now, if you need to, go ahead, pause the video by clicking on the screen, but go get yourself a pen and paper right now and start thinking of the people that you may know that need to see this video, whether they're on Facebook or friends or coworkers, anyone that you might have an email for that you care about, family, because they are going to need to see this, and they're going to need to see this soon because they're going to wipe everybody out. We know this is coming, and we've been talking about this for so long, and the time frame has actually been sped up. So what you're going to learn in the next few minutes is exactly how to protect your assets, everything, like your savings, your house, and it's coming very soon. I'm going to tell you how to protect yourself and even profit while everyone else is falling apart around you, just like it happened in the Great Depression. So how do I know? Well, here's an example. The dollar really is a non-currency. It's a debt note. It's not backed by gold. And just like other countries like Zimbabwe, Greece, and where gold has been money, and they've gone off the gold standard to a fake currency or a fiat currency, they all collapse because of the devaluation of that currency. We know that's the problem right now. However, there is still a chance that we can fix that problem, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that right now. A lot of people that did not heed the warning back in the 20s, or even before then, when there was other collapses, they lost everything and had to start from scratch. Many of them actually died. They put a gun in their mouth, they couldn't take facing their family and, telling them that they lost everything because they had a chance to fix it. And they didn't act. Many people have bought gold, but realistically, gold is heavy and holds a lot of value. This is about $1,500 depending upon the market, but in a financial collapse, this ounce of gold could go up and be worth $5,000 in real money, in real items, because people are not going to have it and are going to need it, so they will need some medium for exchange to get the things they need for their families. But realistically, you're not going to take this coin and shave off a couple pieces and just go buy a loaf of bread. That's just not going to happen. So you need to have some medium of exchange that you can carry in very small amounts, but has high actual value. Other people have bought this. This is a silver 1-ounce coin. Silver is great because it can be broken into smaller units, but it's less money and it's still very heavy. If you need to bug out and you're not going to carry around $10,000 or even hide it because you can't easily stash cash, countless ounces are also hard to hide. Patriots that understand what's coming and the economic experts who know this are starting to buy gold by the gram. Now, this is a totally different concept than what we've been taught to believe, but we need to be able to carry something in our wallets that carries value. This is equal to about $50 today. It's much easier to carry with you. You can hide it by slipping it under the corner of your rug, of your house, and no one will ever know. If you put a gold coin under the rug and someone steps on it, they're certainly going to know there's something there. With the gram, it's much smaller. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can use gold by the gram to protect yourself from the coming collapse. Now, as we discussed, you can't really carry gold around. You can't really carry silver around as easily because it does have a lot of weight to it. The problem with people who have put all their savings and everything into these precious metals, yes, they have protected themselves, but realistically, they're not going to be able to go out and buy a loaf of bread. That's not going to make a lot of sense to some people because they're not going to understand it right off the bat. Your family may not even understand it. And they're not going to be happy with you putting a large portion of your savings into gold because you know it's coming. Realistically, though, it's your job to prepare your family. And they're counting on you to know this because you are watching this video right now. You are being given an opportunity that most people are not going to have. And that's a chance to fix this and protect yourself and the loved ones around you before it all falls apart. So, if you have a gram of gold, you can much easier go out and spend that gold on a gallon of gas. If everything falls apart, gas is a commodity. And like gold, you're going to see it go up from $4 a gallon to like $40 a gallon. People have always recognized gold, and that's why they wear jewelry. That's why the powers that be know that they have basically cleaned out Fort Knox, and they're continuously sucking the paper money out of our economy, knowing that real money is gold. And that is not the money that they deflate and inflate at their leisure. Bottom line, carrying a gram of gold is easier. Now, what if I told you you can start acquiring grams of gold today and you don't even have to wait? And I will tell you one other thing. I'm going to tell you in this video where you can get your grams of gold virtually for free. You heard me correctly. Gold for free. Now, I don't know anywhere you can get gold except if you're in a mine shaft and you're actually the one who's digging up the gold and you just put a couple nuggets in your pocket as you find them. But then, you know what? You'd be stealing from the owner of that mine. We're obviously not those types of people to go out and do that, but there is a way that I know of that you could actually get free gold. Now, I want you to quickly imagine something if you can. Shut your eyes. I'm going to take you through a scenario that is going to happen in the very near future. That future is this. You wake up one day, there's going to be a couple of phone calls, and they're going to come in very early in the morning. They're going to be frantic. People are going to be telling you to turn on your TV. And you're going to say, what's going on? It's going to feel like 9/11 all over again. You turn on your TV on every station, even National Geographic or even MTV, any of the mindless programming channels, you're going to see news broadcasts. The headline will read, "The global collapse has finally happened. The dollar has collapsed. The world's in chaos." This doesn't mean that there's going to be a nuclear war, but you're going to hear that people are rushing to the banks. There's riots in the streets because they can't get their money. Everyone is tied up. There's no job security anymore because nobody has any money. They can't pay even to get a gallon of gas, a loaf of bread, because the prices just went up 1,000%. This has happened so many times in the past, and it's insane, even by Einstein's definition, to think that this can't happen to us again.
5,000 are in the milling mob, trying to prevent trucks from delivering needed food to the city. Outnumbering the police 10 to 1, they attack in gangs. The actual beginning of hand-to-hand fighting, in which one deputy was beaten to death and scores were injured.
If we've been doing this and expect different results this time, well, there's people that are following that head in the same mentality, and they're going to be the ones that suffer. They'll lose everything, and a lot of them are going to take their own lives because they can't believe what's coming. It's already happening, as bankers around the world are committing suicide. Right now, you're hearing about this. Right now, it is the turning point. That future I just painted a picture for you for could be very different if you take action right away and you start to secure your future by doing what you know you need to do. You know, I've been reporting on global issues, whether they've been economic issues, tax issues, corruption, government, political corruption, laws that have been affecting your freedoms. I have been reporting on this for a very, very long time. And if you remember Aaron Russo, who passed the torch on so we can continue his message and his legacy, I have been working tirelessly to bring this message to the American people. You might even remember Ron Paul and his warnings too. We need to get out there and we need to take action, and this is something that we need to be educated on. We need to look out for number one. So, we've done the research on this for you, and we really thought about this long and hard. We decided then to create this video. So we're going to make sure we give you the absolute best information and an action plan that you can start taking advantage of right now and put into place so you don't have to wait and don't have to procrastinate on. If you wait, you will lose out. You're going to lose out big time. So, now you know the benefits of getting your gold by the gram. The first thing you can do is have a medium of exchange that you can literally use. Number two, you can have a medium of exchange that you can take with you. So if you need to bug out, and if you're in a city and there may be rioting in the streets, maybe you get a couple windows broken in your house and you don't feel safe anymore, maybe you need to just go to your alternate location or somewhere you feel safe, it's going to be much easier for you to transport a gram of gold, and it's going to be less obvious to people what it is you're transporting. If you are transporting it by the gram and not by the ounce, it will be much easier to carry around. Because you're going to have other things you're going to take with you also, not just your gold. Well, the benefit is now you can start acquiring gold by the gram today. It's not going to break your bank. And you can do this every single week until you feel like you have enough so that you are comfortable and you are confident. And I would even recommend that once you get yours, that you show this to other people that you care about so that they can understand what gold by the gram is and get them on board and get them to understand that they need to get this right away. This is going to change everything for you and the people around you. Right now, there are hundreds of thousands of people across the country, across the world, buying gold by the gram so they can go ahead and protect their assets and their wealth and have that medium of exchange for daily use or in that time of crisis. Even the experts such as G. Edward Griffin, you might remember him as the author of The Creature from Jekyll Island. He talked about the Federal Reserve and why and how the whole system came about and what is going to come. I mean, this problem has been boiling for years and it's coming to a point. Ed Griffin will tell you the value of owning gold by the gram. Even him and other experts are jumping on board with this type of action. So right now, what I'm going to do is give you an opportunity to get your gold just like me and all the other experts we've talked about by clicking on the button at the bottom of this video, and I will take you to the page where you can join us in doing the right thing and taking advantage of a solution that most people don't even know exists. And you will be able to get your gold for free.
Gary Franchi here. I'm at the legendary G. Edward Griffin's house. He is the author of the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. And we're here to talk to you today about an ancient medium of exchange that is making a raging comeback. Here he is, the man himself, Ed Griffin. Ed, talk to us about this ancient medium of exchange.
Well, the interesting thing about this to me, Gary, is the fact that it has two qualities that come together. First of all, it has real gold in it. Now, that to me is very impressive. It has real gold in it. But the other thing is it's in the credit card shape. Now, everybody's used to handling that. They have pouches in their wallets and cases they carry around that fit something this size and shape. So those two things go together, make it very interesting and potentially very useful. So one of the things that makes gold and silver particularly good as money is because, well, there are several things. One of them is they don't rot. They don't deteriorate. They're just as good today as when the gold was mined hundreds of years ago. So you put all of these things together and you find that gold is the ideal, and silver are the ideal forms of a medium of exchange. So back to the basic question, why are we interested in gold or silver? It's because it's money. It's real money. And it's the best form of money, in my view, that you could possibly have.